Hi, welcome to my Visual C++ calculator. I've only just completed it and I just feel I should share it with you guys out there. So this is how it works, just like a normal calculator. You can divide, you can multiply, you can do whatever you like with it. So what I'm going to do right now is I will actually show you guys how this calculator was developed. Let's go to Visual C++ development environment. This is this tutorial that shows how I developed this the calculator that you guys just seen. So I'm going to start a new one. So let's start new project with a name. I'm just going to call this lesson 8, and that will be a basic calculator. Okay. So that's why I'm calling this new calculator. So my system is ready now. So what I'm going to do is just set the size of this form to about set the size of the form. Okay, that's the size of my form. I want to make sure I get it right. Then I'll get a label there. That's my label right there. So the label, let's set the following properties for the label. I want a default 0 on it and set it to align middle right. Then the font size, I'm going to make the font size 20. That's it, 20. Let's see the length. The length for it to be 3, yeah, 363 by 52. First thing first, let me go to auto size. Let's change that to force. Okay, now the length is right there. So let's change the back color. Let me just change that to white. Okay, and maybe change that to flat. No. Let me just leave that as standard, and the border style, let's make that 3D. So that's it, giving us 3D appearance. So the next thing I want now is, let me get a button on board. That's my button right there. Okay, make that make the button about 3:3:77, and font size, make that 20. Make the font size 20. Okay, so that's the first button. So what I'll just do now is copy across of 2. Okay, alright, so I just need to select all of these, hold down my control and drag. Repeat the same thing and repeat it one more time. Okay, that's the button set. Now I've got my buttons in place, so all I just need to do is now enter the numbers too. And that's my button ready. Maybe we should change this very one to multiplication sign to make life easier. So that's the design so far. So let me just sort of like nudge these in a little bit and maybe this out a bit. That's it. So the next thing now is to start coding. So I'm going to double click on this very first button. But one thing first, let me give this a name. Let's just call that LBL display. Okay. I will not be giving the rest, all of these components. I won't bother give it a name. So just give this one a name alone. So if I double click on my first button right there, button 1, this is my button 1 right here. Okay, that's the procedural area for my button 1. Okay, but before I start, I will declare my variables here. I will start by integer. That should be my first number. I'll call the next one second number, and the storage for my result, that's the storage for number 1 and number 2. Then a char declare char, that's for my operators. Okay, that's it ready now. So for button 1, look at it, button 1 dot click. So all I just need to do now is, if using an if statement, if LBL display the text equals, okay, equals that, equals 0, then LBL display equals 1. Else, alright, enter else statement there, else or LBL display equals, let's convert it to integer 32 on LBL display, close that, plus 1. Okay, that's for the very first button. So if I run, let me just debug this so that you guys see what will happen. Let's debug that. Sorry, I have an error there. Okay, I've spotted the error. The curly bracket is actually in the wrong place. So let me just delete that and put it in the right place. Okay, that's it. Sorry about that. Now, okay, I have recompiled my program, and this is what happened. Okay, I haven't entered anything here. So what I'll just do now is I'll copy and paste, and all I'll just be doing is changing the numbers. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is double click on button 2, press enter, paste my code in there, change the 1 to 2, repeat exactly the same thing for the rest button. So I will now speed it up, guys. Now the code is completed. This is for button 1, for button 2. Okay, that's for button 2. It's exactly the same code. All I've just done is change the numbers. Okay, for button 3, the same thing, and all the way to button 9. And for the 0 character, I just change it to 0. Can you see that? All right, I will have this on my shared drive, so if you like to have a look at the code, you can do whatever you like with it. But for the clear button, this is what I've done for the clear button. Clear it and enter a 0 to it. Okay, now I'm going to run it. Let's debug it so that you guys see what I've done so far. Okay, let's check out what we've done so far. That's it, guys. All right, 9 0 clear, 0 9 clear. Okay, that's how it works. Now the next thing is to get these operators working and the equal sign. So for the division, all I just do is double click on the button itself, and now I'm in the coding area for the division. So just press enter. So all I then need to do is first number. Remember the variable that was declared, first number. Okay, now let's convert the very first number that is stored into the display area. Let's convert it to into 32 as LBL display, and that becomes text. Okay, now I've stored the very first value into my variable, okay, which is the first number, and I say LBL display equals 0, which we all know is equals 0, and the operator or operations is called, okay, operator, okay, and semicolon. That's it. That is the operator's code. So the next thing is, that's for the division. Let me go for, I seems to have 2 division. I need to correct that. Minus, okay. Now double click on that. Paste the code in there and just change the operator to minus. And here is the completed codes for the operators: division, minus, multiplication, and addition. Okay, so I will now double click on the equal sign, press enter, and get my second variable, which is the second number. Now convert the content that will be stored into the second number into 32. Okay, so that will be LBL display minus, okay, let's text there. Okay, so now I'm going to be using a switch set statement, switch my operator, in this case as operation, that's the name I called it. Let's hope the spelling is right. Yeah, that's correct. Operation, enter a curly bracket. Okay, let me just close it so I don't forget again. Now case plus, sorry, column. Okay, make sure you enter your column, then result equals first number, my first number, now plus second number. Okay, Now LBL display, LBL display. Let's enter text there, equals. Let's move this up so you can see it, equals, let's say system column, oops, convert convert to, let's convert that to string. So what we convert into string is the result. Yeah, it has that done now. Okay, let's enter a break there. Alright, that is the very first one for the operator equals. Now I'm just going to copy the rest now, paste, paste, and paste. So come over here, change that to minus, change this to division, and change this to multiplication, and change the values right there as multiplication, division, minus. Guys, that's the end of your calculator. It's now ready for debugging. So let me just check and make sure it works fine. So far, when we run the program, this is what we end up with. Okay. So that's the program, guys. So it's very easy. So all I'll just do now is go to the form and enter calculator there. I will upload all the code into my share area. If you guys wish, you can always log onto the system and get yourself sorted. As they just enter calculator right there. So that's it, guys. All completed. And if you have any comment, please pass it on, what we can do to improve on it. But I do intend to improve on this very tutorial, make it much better, but this is just what I refer to as a basic calculator for now. Okay, you have a nice day.